In the far reaches of the galaxy, humanity is no more than a shadow in history, a whispered legend passed down through centuries. The once great human civilization vanished millennia ago, their homeworld lost to time and cosmic catastrophe. What remains are fragmented tales and scattered artifacts, dismissed by most as myth or exaggeration. To the dominant galactic powers, the sprawling alien empires, trade coalitions, and warlike factions, humans are an enigma, if they think of them at all. The story begins on the planet Zephyria, a quiet world on the outskirts of the Cerethian Empire, one of the galaxy's largest and most powerful civilizations. Zephyria's scholars dedicate their lives to piecing together the universe's mysteries, and among them is Lyra Valen, a young historian obsessed with the legend of humanity. Unlike many of her peers who consider humans a myth or dismiss the stories as folklore, Lyra believes there is truth buried beneath the centuries-old tales. One day, while combing through ancient records in Zephyria's grand archive, Lyra uncovers a strange anomaly, a repeating signal buried deep within old communications logs hidden in plain sight for decades. The signal's pattern is unlike anything from known alien sources. It's coded with human linguistic markers long thought extinct. Driven by curiosity and a thirst for proof, Lyra decides to investigate further. Her investigation does not go unnoticed. The Cerethian Empire's intelligence agency, wary of any potential threat to the fragile balance of power, dispatches covert agents to monitor her activities. The Empire fears that if humanity still exists and possesses advanced technology, it could disrupt the status quo. Meanwhile, Lyra reaches out to an old contact, Jax Verrill, a rogue pilot known for smuggling and navigating forbidden space. Jax, skeptical but intrigued by the possibility of rediscovering humanity, agrees to help her trace the signal. Together, they plan a secret expedition beyond the Empire's borders, into deep, uncharted space. As they prepare for the journey, Lyra learns more about the human legend from her mentor, Elder Orin, who recounts the last known history of humanity. According to ancient texts, humans were once explorers and warriors, pioneers of technology and warfare, feared and respected by alien civilizations. But then, thousands of years ago, they mysteriously vanished after a devastating war with an unknown enemy, leaving behind relics and stories that grew into myths. The tension builds when the Empire's agents close in, forcing Lyra and Jax to flee Zephyria under cover of night. Their ship, the Starhawk, is a fast but aging vessel, equipped with stealth technology to avoid detection. As they launch into the void, Lyra feels a mix of excitement and dread. She is chasing a legend that could change everything, but the dangers are real and growing. Their journey takes them through desolate nebulae, abandoned space stations, and remnants of long-forgotten battles. Along the way, cryptic messages hint at a force still watching from the shadows, a power that does not want humanity's secrets uncovered. The first part ends with the Starhawk receiving a faint but unmistakable signal emanating from a hidden sector beyond the mapped galaxy, an invitation or perhaps a warning that humanity's story is far from over. After narrowly escaping the watchful eyes of the Cerethian Empire's agents, Lyra Valen and her companion, Jax Verrill, set their course toward the mysterious signal detected in the outer fringes of known space. The signal pulses with strange energy and encoded data that doesn't match any known alien language or technology, except for faint echoes of ancient human code buried deep within. Their destination lies beyond the edge of mapped star charts, in a sector known as the Void, a dark, uncharted expanse feared and avoided by most civilizations due to strange cosmic anomalies and rumors of lost fleets. Joining them unexpectedly is a third figure, Kale Draven, a former soldier turned mercenary with his own reasons for hunting the Void. Kyle's military background and knowledge of ancient warfare make him a valuable asset, but his motives are unclear. He warns Lyra and Jax that many have vanished in the Void, swallowed by its mysterious dangers or hunted by unseen enemies. As the Starhawk ventures deeper into the Void, they encounter relics from a forgotten era, derelict space stations, abandoned outposts, and massive battlecruisers frozen in time. These remnants bear unmistakable signs of human origin, ship designs, logos, and even cryptic inscriptions written in old Terran dialects. The presence of these artifacts confirms that humanity once controlled vast reaches of space far beyond current galactic knowledge. Lyra and her crew begin decoding parts of the signal, which reveals coordinates to a hidden system concealed by advanced cloaking technology. The system's existence was erased from all known databases, protected by encryption layers that only the ancient human code can unlock. This revelation electrifies the crew. This hidden system may hold the key to humanity's true fate and the legendary war fleet that disappeared long ago. However, their progress draws the attention of hostile forces. A sleek alien warship, its origin unknown but clearly not part of the Cerethian Empire, intercepts the Starhawk. The ship's captain, a cold and calculating alien commander named Zarthul, demands the immediate cessation of their search. Zarthul claims that humanity's return threatens galactic stability and hints at a terrible secret humanity uncovered that could endanger all life. Refusing to back down, Lyra negotiates, trying to buy time and gather intelligence. But Zarthul's warning is clear: continue the search, and the consequences will be severe. Tensions escalate, and the Starhawk barely escapes an aggressive attack thanks to Jax's expert piloting and Kale's tactical combat skills. Forced to go deeper into hiding, the crew debates their next move. Lyra insists they must press on, believing the truth behind humanity's disappearance is vital not only to their survival, but to the fate of the entire galaxy. Jax, ever the pragmatist, worries about the mounting dangers, while Kale remains, silent, wrestling with his own ghosts. Their journey becomes a race against time and enemies lurking in the dark. As they approach the hidden system, strange phenomena plague their ship. Energy surges, system malfunctions, and fleeting visions of past battles echo through the ship's AI logs. It becomes clear that something ancient and powerful lies waiting, guarding the secrets of humanity. Part 2 closes on a tense cliffhanger. The Starhawk breaks through the cloaking field surrounding the hidden system and glimpses a colossal fleet in stasis, massive warships dormant but intact, their dark hulls marked with the unmistakable insignia of Earth. The crew realizes they have found what was thought to be lost forever: humanity's legendary war fleet. But before they can fully comprehend the discovery, alien ships reappear, on their sensors closing in fast, ready to destroy anyone who dares disturb the past. As the Starhawk approaches the hidden star system, the crew is awestruck by the sight before them: a vast armada of colossal warships, suspended in eerie stasis fields, drifting silently within the cold void. These vessels, adorned with familiar Earth emblems and ancient Terran design motifs, represent the lost human war fleet, long thought obliterated or mythic. The fleet's very existence defies everything the galaxy's historians have believed for centuries. Lyra, Jax, and Kale manage to infiltrate one of the larger capital ships using a stealth shuttle. Inside, they find the ship's central command, core dormant but intact, protected by layers of advanced security systems and frozen in time. The ship's AI, named Aegis, awakens as they breach the command center, initially confused but soon recognizing the crew as allies. Aegis reveals that the fleet was placed in stasis during the last desperate days of a cataclysmic war with an unknown, powerful enemy, one that threatened to annihilate humanity from the galaxy entirely. The fleet's mission was to protect the last remnants of the human race and await a time when they could rise again to reclaim their place in the stars. The AI explains that humanity's disappearance was a strategic retreat, a calculated survival tactic rather than defeat. They had hidden themselves behind cloaking technology and stasis fields, waiting for a moment when the galaxy's balance would shift. That moment, it seems, is now. The crew learns that the fleet's technology surpasses anything currently known in the galaxy. Advanced weapons, shields, propulsion systems, and artificial intelligence far beyond contemporary designs. This revelation sparks hope and fear alike. To many galactic powers, the return of such a fleet could mean upheaval or war. To others, it might offer salvation against threats lurking in the cosmic dark. However, the awakening does not go unnoticed. Alien forces, Alerted by the sudden reactivation of the fleet's systems, mobilize quickly. Zarthul and his mysterious warships are part of a larger coalition dedicated to suppressing any resurgence of humanity. Their true motivations remain unclear, but their readiness to engage suggests deep-rooted fear and hostility. Back aboard the Starhawk, tensions flare between Lyra, Jax, and Kale. Lyra advocates for reviving the fleet fully and seeking alliances to face emerging cosmic threats hinted at in the fleet's logs. Jax worries about the consequences of revealing humanity's power, fearing it could ignite an all-out galactic war. Kale, burdened by his past military experiences, struggles with the idea of leading a fleet into battle once more. The awakening fleet also begins to generate its own signals, a powerful broadcast meant to reach any surviving human colonies scattered across the galaxy. It's a call to arms, a rallying cry for humanity to emerge from legend into reality. As the alien armada closes in, the Starhawk crew and Aegis coordinate the fleet's defense systems. They prepare for the inevitable confrontation, knowing the first battle will determine humanity's fate. The once-forgotten legend is now a tangible force ready to rewrite the galaxy's history. The part ends on a tense, cinematic moment, the fleet's weapon systems powering up, massive warships aligning in formation, and the Starhawk launching a daring offensive against the encroaching alien warships. The air, or rather the vacuum of space, thickens with impending conflict. Humanity is no longer a legend, it is awakening. The colossal human war fleet, long hidden and silent in the depths of space, is now fully awake and ready for battle. Orbiting the cloaked star system, the Starhawk and its crew stand at the heart of a storm brewing in the shadows of the galaxy. The arrival of the ancient human armada has shattered decades of uneasy peace among alien powers, sparking fear, suspicion, and covert maneuvering across the stars. The first signs of open conflict erupt as Zarthul's alien armada, along with allied warships from several hostile factions, encircle the hidden system. These forces are determined to crush humanity's resurgence before it can tip the balance of power. Their combined fleet is vast and well-equipped, but the human warships boast technology, decades, even centuries, ahead. Shields that can absorb devastating blows, weaponry that pierces through the toughest alien armor, and advanced AI systems controlling fleet-wide strategies. Within the fleet's command center, tension runs high. Lyra Valen has become an indispensable link between the fleet's ancient commanders and her diverse crew. Her role is to bridge the old human military doctrine with the present realities of galactic politics. Alongside Jax Varel, the skilled pilot who now commands the fleet's reconnaissance wing, and Kale Draven, a battle-hardened veteran shaping tactical decisions, she works tirelessly to prepare the fleet for war. Yet the battle isn't just fought with weapons. The shadows of espionage and political intrigue spread like a virus throughout the galaxy. Some factions within the Cerathian Empire see an opportunity in humanity's reawakening, a chance to gain new alliances or manipulate old rivalries. Others attempt secret sabotage missions against the fleet's support stations and communication networks. The fleet's AI, Aegis, detects these covert attacks, deploying countermeasures to protect their fragile foothold. Meanwhile, within the human ranks, dissent simmers. Some veterans of the ancient war question the wisdom of open conflict. Memories of the cataclysm that nearly destroyed humanity fuel a desire for diplomacy and caution. A faction advocates reaching out to neutral civilizations, hoping to forge new alliances. Others push for total war, believing that only overwhelming force can ensure survival and dominance. As the alien armada moves into striking range, the first skirmishes ignite in orbit. Explosions ripple across space as powerful plasma blasts collide with energy shields. The Starhawk leads daring strike missions targeting enemy command vessels and supply lines. Jax's pilots prove exceptional, using agility and cunning to outmaneuver larger ships. Kale's tactical expertise directs fleet formations that maximize firepower while minimizing losses. Despite their technological edge, the humans face brutal resistance. The alien commanders are ruthless and adaptive, exploiting every weakness. The battle quickly becomes a deadly chess game of feints, ambushes, and sacrifices. Each victory is hard-won, each loss a grim reminder of the stakes. Amid the chaos, Lyra receives troubling intelligence. There are whispers of a greater cosmic threat lurking beyond the war, a force even more dangerous than the alien coalition. This knowledge complicates humanity's choices: continue fighting a war that may weaken them, or seek unity with their enemies against the unknown danger. Part 4 culminates with a devastating assault on the fleet's flagship, the Eclipse. Severely damaged and vulnerable, the Eclipse faces a critical moment where sacrifice and courage will decide the course of the war. The crew rallies, preparing for what may be their darkest hour, while the galaxy watches the legend of humanity unfold in real time. The battle raging around the human warfleet brings more than just physical conflict. It dredges up haunting memories and secrets long buried beneath layers of time. As the Eclipse and the fleet recover from the devastating assault, the crew and their allies face a new challenge: confronting the ghosts of humanity's past that refuse to remain forgotten. Lyra Valen, now a central figure in the fleet's leadership, is troubled by cryptic data recovered from the ancient ship's archives. Hidden deep within the fleet's memory banks are records of a betrayal, an internal conflict that fractured humanity during its last great war, a secret that could undermine the fragile unity they've worked so hard to rebuild. This revelation shakes the crew and forces Lyra to question everything she thought she knew about humanity's disappearance. The past war was not only fought against external enemies but also torn apart by divisions among humanity's own factions. Ideologies clashed, alliances shattered, and ambitions led to treachery. This internal strife nearly destroyed the human race from within before the external threat could finish them off. Now remnants of these ancient factions linger in hidden enclaves and sleeper agents scattered throughout the galaxy, some actively working to sabotage the fleet's resurgence. As Lyra and her trusted team, Jax Varel and Kale Draven, delve deeper into these dark histories, they uncover a clandestine group known as the Silent Hand, a shadowy faction responsible for the original betrayal. The Silent Hand operates in secrecy, manipulating events from the shadows to ensure humanity remains fractured and weak, preventing any true resurgence that could challenge the galaxy's established powers. Their investigation leads to a tense confrontation aboard a derelict human dreadnought orbiting a dying star. There, the crew uncovers an operative of the Silent Hand, a former high-ranking officer presumed dead, but now determined to reignite old conflicts and seize control of the Psi Fleet's command. The encounter tests the crew's resolve, resulting in a fierce battle that leaves scars both physical and emotional. Meanwhile, the alien coalition, tightening their grip around the human fleet, grows suspicious of internal discord, sensing an opportunity to exploit humanity's divisions. Zarthal intensifies his efforts, deploying spies and saboteurs to infiltrate the fleet and spread misinformation. The Shadow War intensifies, with battles fought as much in communication networks and minds as in the vacuum of space. Amidst the turmoil, Kale wrestles with his past decisions. Haunted by memories of battles lost and comrades betrayed, he must confront his own demons and decide where his true loyalty lies, in the fractured remnants of humanity or the hope for a united future. His internal struggle mirrors the larger conflict engulfing the fleet. Despite the mounting challenges, Lyra's leadership inspires a renewed sense of purpose among the crew. She advocates for transparency and unity, pushing to expose and root out the Silent Hand before their sabotage can unravel the fleet. Her efforts forge new alliances within humanity's ranks and even reach out tentatively to some alien factions sympathetic to the human cause. The part ends with a dramatic reveal. Encrypted transmissions intercepted from deep space hint at a even greater menace looming on the galactic horizon, a threat that could render all the political infighting and ancient grudges insignificant. Humanity's true fight for survival is only just beginning. The revelation of the looming cosmic menace forces humanity and its fragile fleet to confront a new reality. Survival demands unity beyond old grudges, ancient betrayals, and galactic rivalries. As the shadows of the past begin to recede, the crew of the Starhawk, alongside the ancient warfleet, prepare for the ultimate test, a war not just for dominance but for the future of all sentient life in the galaxy. Lyra Valen steps fully into her role as the fleet's leader, combining the wisdom of humanity's lost heritage with the lessons learned during their recent struggles. Her leadership inspires not only her crew, but also tentative allies among former enemies who now see the true scale of the threat. Galaxies once divided by fear and suspicion start to forge uneasy coalitions as intelligence reveals the approaching cosmic entity. A vast, self-aware swarm of dark energy and mechanized horrors known simply as the Eclipse Veil. The Eclipse Veil is unlike any enemy humanity or the galaxy has faced. It consumes stars, corrupts technology, and erases entire star systems from existence. Its origin is shrouded in mystery, but ancient human records hint that this entity was the very force that drove humanity into hiding centuries ago. The Warfleet, dormant but preserved in stasis, was humanity's last gambit to hold back this apocalypse. As the Starhawk and the awakened fleet navigate treacherous space to intercept the Eclipse Veil, they engage in desperate battles against scouting tendrils of the entity, vast amorphous war machines that adapt quickly and overwhelm with sheer numbers. The human warships, equipped with advanced weaponry and AI tactics, become a beacon of resistance in a galaxy falling into chaos. Jax Verrill pilots the fleet's most agile vessels, executing precision strikes against critical targets, while Kale, Draven coordinates fleet-wide defense strategies, melding ancient military doctrines with real-time data to outmaneuver the relentless enemy. Together with Lyra, they form a triad of leadership, blending hope, experience, and raw courage. In a pivotal moment, the fleet activates a long, dormant device embedded in the flagship Eclipse, an ancient superweapon capable of unleashing a burst of energy to disrupt the Eclipse Veil's cohesion. The gamble is immense. The weapon requires the combined power of the entire fleet and risks catastrophic failure. But with the galaxy's fate hanging in the balance, hesitation is not an option. The battle that follows is fierce and costly. Warships are lost, sacrifices made, and alliances tested under fire. Yet the superweapon fires, fracturing the Eclipse Veil's core and scattering its forces. Humanity's legendary fleet, once thought a myth, proves to be the turning point in a conflict that spans galaxies. In the aftermath, survivors gather to rebuild and redefine their place in the cosmos. The hidden histories are reconciled, old wounds begin to heal, and humanity's true legacy is no longer a whisper in the void but a shining beacon of resilience and unity. Lyra envisions a new galactic order, one where humans and aliens collaborate not just for survival but for mutual growth and exploration. The story closes with a hopeful message. Legends are born from trials, but true legacy is forged through courage, sacrifice, and the willingness to rise above darkness. Humanity's Warfleet was more than a weapon. It was a symbol of enduring spirit, now reborn to lead the galaxy into a new dawn.